Good evening everyone and welcome to the Chrissy B Show. Now we all know that it's really easy to stuff our face over the festive period, and the last thing you want is to gain lots of weight and be having a hard time to get rid of it all in the new year. So this show is all about how to avoid putting weight on over Christmas and over the new year period as well. Now some of you might be thinking, do you know what, I don't care, I want to eat what I want, I'm not bothered about putting weight on. But for those of you who are bothered about it, like myself for example, I really don't want to be having to lose weight in the new year, this show is definitely for you. So our guest tonight, our nutritionist Hannah Richards, and she's going to be telling us about what we can eat and what we should try to avoid. And she's even brought on some things into the studio today to show us and to help us to guess, maybe ask us to guess how many calories and how much sugar we think is in each item. And also we have our regular fitness expert, Jane Wrafter, who's going to be giving us some fitness tips to do. And also we're going to have a little mini workout in the studio as well. But first of all, let's speak to the lovely Rihanna with the news. Hello, my love.
Hi, Chrissy. Hi, everyone.
How are you?
Quite hot.
Yeah, it's a bit warm in the studio, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to cool down.
But today, no, I don't want it to cool down. I think this is good.
Okay. Let me ask you first, before you get into the news, how do you normally behave over the festive period in terms of food and being healthy? Do you just let yourself go? Or?
I'm guilty. Both hands up. Yeah, I just kind of let myself go. I mean, it's the only time in the year that you just get to eat whatever you want without worrying. But
you do end up worrying, because if you put on weight, you do.
Yeah, but I don't think you put on weight. I mean, if you just eat whatever you want for 2-3 days,
I used to.
You won't put on that much, surely not. Well, I think I feel free. I know there's certain things, like there's certain chocolate cakes that I just don't touch because I look at it and I know I will get fat. So I just stay away from it. But I do have lots of veg, meat after meat. That's how but I don't feel guilty.
Now, normally I'm not careful over the festive period, and I have to admit I do put on a few pounds. But this year I am determined not to put any weight on. I'm not going to try and lose weight, but also I will really be trying my hardest. No, I'm not going to be trying my hardest. I will maintain my weight over the festive period.
That's a spirit.
There, I've said it on TV, that's how I have to do it.
You have to, or else you've just let everyone down.
I know.
That'll be well bad, Chrissy, honestly.
So tell us what news you have for us today, Rhea.
Well, so there I was doing my search again, and I realised something. Leather is everywhere. It's back in style.
It is.
I mean, you'd think, okay, leather was only for those hard rock bikers and everything. So then I started thinking, how's a 60-year-old going to pull that off? That really had me thinking.
Rihanna, how dare you?
But I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? Because they can look classy as well. They have style, because leather's not just for the teens and the young ones.
No.
It's actually matured, and it's matured on nicely. Got a range of colours, different styles. So it's not just for that, I'm young, I'm a teen, I'm fresh.
Oh, that's a nice dress.
Or I'm a biker, but it can go
that
for
does look
the
nice.
elderly as well. I mean, look, it's really classy. And the colours as well. I think the colours make a very big difference, because imagine
you've got all those clothes as well. That's not fully leather. You get bits of leather on
some other material.
Yeah.
If you were to wear a skirt that was pure leather, like back in the days, it was just horrific. It gets sticky and all that.
I used to own a pair of leather trousers. I got real leather trousers. They were so sticky. They were
Exactly. But now you've got that mixture, different materials, so it makes it easy to work with, and plus it's easy to clean. It's classy, so it's nice. There's some, I don't know, what's the word? I like the word pizzazz. There's a nice pizzazz about leather, and it's like jeans, it's comfortable.
Yeah,
I think it's good.
I like that. Will you be getting some?
If I can fit in them, yeah.
Put on a bit of weight, have we?
I have. I'm scared. I mean, I need to be listening to this show.
I'll set Jane loose on you. She's been helping me.
Because I've actually gone up 2 dress sizes.
Have you? What happened?
I don't know. I let myself go before Christmas.
Okay, we need to rein her in, I think.
I know that's bad, but I will behave. I have been behaving.
Okay,
so
cool. All right.
It'll be good. But actually, funny enough, it brings me to my next news. There's this lovely young girl. She's terrified of vegetables and fruits.
Terrified? Why?
She has a phobia. She was diagnosed with, it's a very long word, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not going to make a fool of myself on TV. But she was diagnosed with something that kind of left her with a phobia.
Oh my gosh.
So for 16 years, she's just lived on junk food. I mean, cheeseburgers, pizzas, fizzy drinks, the whole shebang. But she hasn't put on any weight.
Oh,
She weighs less than 10 stone.
Hannah, how is that possible? I have to ask Hannah after the break about
I know. And she's only a size 10. I mean, I don't think it's a fault of her own. It's not like, right, I'm just going to throw myself into all this junk food and I'm not going to put on weight. She didn't do that. Please don't do this at home.
Although there are healthy things she could eat though,
No,
even though she's not eating fruits and vegetables.
Of it. The fruits and vegetables just make her sick. Even the smell of it. So the only thing that she does have is potatoes, but then, you know, chips, fries it and all of that.
She could have a jacket potato.
Yeah. Because she can't even have roast dinner with her family because the smell of the vegetables make her sick.
That's horrible.
It's bad. It's really, really bad. I feel for her though. But she's trying to get along with it. She's worked her way. I mean, 16 years of junk food, and I'm sure she exercises.
That will take its toll.
It will. But she's seen the specialists and everything, and although she was kind of cured of that, but because of the trauma, I think that's why she just stays away from it. It just makes her scared.
Oh gosh, I can't imagine life without fruit and veg. I love fruit. I can have a big platter of it.
There's certain fruits that I will not eat, like banana. I'm terrified of bananas. Makes me
What do you mean terrified of them?
I can't. When my mum has it at home, I walk out of the room.
Why?
I can't stand the smell. It makes me sick. I won't have a banana cake, banana milkshake, banana anything. I just won't. Oh. That's my phobia.
Okay.
Don't bring that on the show, Chrissy.
Mine are cockroaches, but I think that's kind of normal, but anyway, I want to say what's normal and what isn't, because what's normal for me might not be normal for you.
Not at all. I like cockroaches. I'm kidding. Never. I was looking at the news and something, I don't blame these students actually, because, you know, in the UK we've got that lovely price tag for university, £9,000 a year. I mean, you know, it's not a pinch in your pocket, but it's a very big, deep dig in your bank account. Yeah. So most of these students, they're being scouted by universities from the US, and about 5,000 signed up to study abroad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, are we losing studying here in the UK because of the heavy weight of the
I suppose if you weigh up the cost, I mean, I don't know how much the accommodation is over there and everything. If it's cheaper, of course, why not go abroad? Somewhere it's exciting as well to study abroad, isn't it?
If I was given that chance, I would go.
Yeah,
I would think twice. Like, yep, I
stayed at home during uni time, but then again, I had I had it so easy.
It was
back
really
in the day.
cheap though.
It was. I didn't pay anything. We used to get a grant as well. We used to get paid. We used to get this money to buy our books and everything, and we didn't have to pay it back.
But what about now?
I lived at home, so I had all this money. I know it's tough now. I think it's really hard.
I mean, people actually think twice about going to university. They'd rather jump into working or doing an apprenticeship. But you know, hopefully things will turn around.
Yeah. Or just get lovely time abroad. It's exciting. Imagine going abroad to study. Wow.
And US as well.
Yeah. That'd be wonderful. All that lovely food over there. Anyway, let's not go back to food.
But speaking about being a student, being in university, you have to budget.
Yeah.
But you still want to look good. How do you do that on a tight budget? You've got to be really smart, because you have to pay for the books, pay for, you know, the gadgets. You want to keep in style, and you can't be going to, what do you call it, Paul Smith, isn't it? All these great shops and spending large amounts of money. So there's a budgeting thing that students can do. Funny enough, they said buy the things that you need, but at the wrong time of the year. So because it's cold now, if you go and buy summer stuff, it's not going to be so expensive. So you're saving. And then in the winter, we are in the winter, sorry. In the summer, you buy winter clothes. So then you're saving yourself loads and loads of money. And they also have these warehouses, but you'd have to wake up at like the crack of dawn to go down there and buy these really expensive designer clothes, 70% off, 50% off. And they will last you for years. Really? But you have to be willing to make the sacrifice, wake up early.
I'm sure people would, if it's just sort of a one-off and you just go and do your shopping for the whole season.
I would so do that. Get myself a Burberry jumper. That would be lovely. So students do have it good, but they just need to budget it.
They do.
We're going to go into space now.
Space? Oh, you're taking us on a journey?
I'm taking you on a journey.
Okay.
When you think of celebrities, which celebrity do you think is likely to perform in outer space?
Madonna.
Close enough.
Lady Gaga.
Bingo.
It really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. I promise you I didn't know that.
She's going to make history. She is. In 2015, she wants to be the first to perform outer space. I have no idea. I mean, she's got crazy style. Her sense of style is just wacky. The outfits are bizarre. Her behaviour on stage is... no words, no comments. So she's taking it to another level and she's going to space.
Okay, to perform.
To perform.
Right, concert?
concert, the whole shebang. I don't really know how she's going to pull it off, but she has to do 1 month vocal training so that she'll be able to sing up there. How's she going to pull this off?
I mean, why? Why? There's no one there.
This is why she's
unless you believe in aliens, of course, and we should be singing.
This is why she's called Lady Gaga, because who I thought Michael Jackson would do that in his days, but Lady Gaga's just taken it to another level. So, you know, I think her behaviour matches her sense of style. It's wacky. But Richard Branson's going to be the one to, I think his shuttle ship, is that what they call it? He's going to be taking her up there.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. So
and some celebrities will be going to watch, of course, but I just want to see how this is going to work out.
We should look forward to reporting about Lady Gaga in outer space having her concert.
In 2015, of course.
Oh, in 2015.
So, not too long from now.
Rihanna, thank you. We've actually reached the end of the news part now. It goes really fast, doesn't it?
It does.
Thank you very much.
I'll be back.
And we'll see you again next time.
Yeah, I'm fab, you're
Lovely.
fab, we're all fab.
Thank you so much. And we'll be keeping an eye on your weight during this show. Okay,
Yeah,
so after the break, I'm going to be joined by Hannah Richards to talk about the kind of food we should avoid and what we can really indulge in over the festive period. So do join us after this.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to the show, and today we're speaking about how not to put weight on over the festive period. It is possible, everybody, if you're very careful and you do a bit more thinking. But first of all, let's see what you guys had to say in the streets of London when we asked you, are you planning to be careful over the festive period? Let's see what you had to say.
I'm here on Oxford Street to find out if people will be watching their weight this Christmas.
Well, I suppose because we're studying dietetics, it's always at the back of your mind. But I know, generally I kind of know my limits.
Yeah, I don't worry about it too much. Not really.
No, neither do I. I love my food.
Big out.
Exactly. So you can't relax at Christmas when, can you?
Yeah, I always do. But that's the thing about me. I always make sure that I'm eating well, so I don't gain weight. You know, but yeah.
Do you ever watch your weight over Christmas, or do you ever worry about that?
All year, therefore I don't want my weight at Christmas. So what I put on at Christmas, like, I'll take off. So yeah, I'm watching my weight now, and I'll stop at Christmas Eve, and I'll start again in the new year. Yeah, so I do not worry. Honestly, I can't. Not at Christmas. It's the only time I don't worry. Yeah.
I really don't care about my weight over Christmas. I guess you indulge for 2 weeks, and then the rest of it's fine.
No.
Why?
Because it's time to have fun and eat. I love my food, that's what I'm saying.
No, I like food. I don't care.
Okay, so some interesting comments there. So most people saying they don't really give a stuff really, they're just going to eat anything that they want. But let's hear now from nutritionist Hannah with us. Hello, welcome back.
Hi Chrissy, how are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
Very well, thanks for having me back.
Oh, it's lovely to have you. Now, Hannah, what do you do over the festive period? Are you careful, be honest here, or do you kind of overdo it a bit?
No, I'm careful. But I've got, the best advice I can give people is to pick your poison. Okay. So there's loads of things over Christmas that we want to indulge in. We've got alcohol, Christmas cake, Christmas pudding, mince pies, you know, extra food all over the place. So pick what it is you like the most, and then don't have the other stuff.
Right, okay. Oh, it's so hard though sometimes, isn't it? Because there's so much variety and you just want to try a little bit of everything.
Absolutely. But
it's hard. But that's a good tip, actually.
Pick your poison.
Pick your poison. So it's like, don't, what's the word? Deprive yourself completely.
Yeah, absolutely. Say you're going to have something, or you're going to have a few things, but don't have it all.
And no seconds. Yeah. So what do you have here for us? You've got some lovely little treats here.
So today I thought I would bring in some things that we all see over the Christmas period, we all indulge in, and some other foods that we might choose because we think they're better than the others.
Right.
And so I'm going to play a little game with you, Chrissy.
Okay.
And you're gonna have to guess. So this is sugar, white sugar, evil stuff. This is 1 teaspoon of sugar.
Right.
Okay. So This is a Christmas pudding. Not going to tell you which brand it's from.
Okay.
This is a Christmas pudding. It's 100 grams of Christmas pudding. How many teaspoons of sugar do you think is in this Christmas pudding?
Okie dokie. About 6?
6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's actually 10. Another 4.
In this small thing?
In that small thing. So if you emptied that out into...
Oh.
It's 10 teaspoons full of sugar. So that might just be one portion. You might also have...
That is about a normal sized portion, isn't it?
That's a one for one person. You might also have a mince pie. Yeah?
They put sugar in a mince pie?
Mince pie.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking of the mince. Okay, not the meat mince.
And you see, the problem is with the Christmas food is it's got loads of dried fruit in it. It's all been soaked in fruit juice. It's got our sugar. So we've got our mince, our Christmas pud. How many teaspoons of sugar in this one?
It doesn't look like it has that much. Maybe, but I'm probably completely wrong. Maybe 3?
5. So we've had a mince pie with our cup of tea at break time. And then at dinner time we have a Christmas pud for dinner. So we've already had 15 teaspoons of sugar already. So then you might be at a little party and you might decide to go for the fruit, which is crystallized in sugar. So you can get ginger and you get cherries, and we might go for them as our healthy option, right? But
because ginger's supposed to be good for you.
Yeah, it's good for digestion if you put it in your tea when it's fresh.
Yeah.
If you were to eat the half a box of this, how many teaspoons of sugar do you think you would be eating?
Half a box.
Half a box. 100 grams.
Maybe about 6?
17 teaspoons of sugar.
Oh no.
So sometimes we think the healthiest options.
Oh no, that's terrible. 17.
17.
That's just
for
half
the box.
Half the box.
And then the other really healthy thing I thought.
I love these. These are like, oh my gosh, when I saw them, I was like, oh dear.
Chocolate coated nuts. They're nuts, right? They're healthy.
I love it. And they're Brazil nuts, aren't they?
And they're Brazil nuts, yeah.
I do eat Brazil nuts every day, I have to say, but not chocolate coated ones.
So how many teaspoons?
I'm just having my moment and sniffing the chocolate.
Let's just say you just ate the dark chocolate ones.
Which are supposed to be better for you.
Yeah, the healthiest ones.
All of these or just the one?
All of them. So that's like a handful of nuts. Handful of nuts.
They don't look like they've got that much chocolate on them. So maybe around 7?
7. Ooh, you won on that one.
Did I get it right?
Well, it's 4.5.
Okay, that's not too bad then.
It's not too bad. We could have more.
Oh, I could eat those. That'll do me with a cup of tea.
But what you've got to also remember is that, this is my last one. So this is what we're really...
I'll hold on to these, shall I?
These little things are bite size. So they're advertised as being a bite. Yeah? We can just have one, right? But that never happens, does it? It's like low-fat stuff. It tastes so bad. They have to put so much sugar in it for it to taste good. So let's be honest. How many of these could you eat? I mean,
before I started my healthy eating, I would have probably had around 3 of them. But now I reckon I could just have the one now with a cup of tea. Because I have little portions of things now.
Most people would really be able to polish a good 4 of them off. Yeah. So if you were to eat, these are 7 grams. So each little one has just 2 teaspoons of sugar. So if you were to eat 4, you're eating 8 teaspoons of sugar.
Gosh,
and
terrible.
The problem is with this sugar, it's like a drug, it's addictive, so you almost become numb. You numb your body out to it. And over the Christmas period, all these things are full of sugar and calories, and these are, there's calories from our carbohydrates, calories from our protein, calories from our fat, so it really adds up.
Gosh.
And because our sugar intake's so high, our immune system drops, and that's why we get all ill.
And lethargic, because you just don't, because let's face it, not everyone, those that have been naughty, they want to just veg out in front of the TV, don't they? Because there's just no energy.
And because they've got the time off, that's why everyone, on the interview was like, oh, I don't care over Christmas because I got the time off. I can afford to put on a bit of weight, I can afford to indulge, but it comes at a price.
It does.
It comes at a price, and in January they're ill.
Yeah. And how much sugar? So I really should know this, but how much sugar is a person supposed to have per day?
Well, RDA, recommended daily allowance, is 90 grams of sugar a day.
Just how many teaspoons?
Well, first of all, let me just say that you can get sugar in loads of different forms.
Right, okay.
So some people reading that will just go, oh, that means I can get all my 90 grams of sugar from my box of
but
ginger.
Then you've got it in your carbs, haven't you?
You've got it in your carbs, you've got it in your fruit, you've got it in your milk, you've got it in lots of different sources. Vegetables and fruit all convert to sugar. Everything that doesn't have a pair of eyes converts to sugar. So everything that isn't a protein converts to sugar, and your body just recognizes it as sugar and breaks it down at different speeds in different ways. But it doesn't really know whether it's crystallized ginger or it's a mince pie or it's a cabbage.
Okay, really?
Because it all converts to sugar.
All right, so we've got a couple of minutes before the break.
Yeah.
What could we do then to avoid eating this stuff, because it all looks lovely and tempting?
Sure.
How can we kind of just
Stay
say
away
no
from
or try and limit it a bit?
So I bought all this from a shop, but you can do it all by yourself at home. So, you know, we got our canapes, we can chop raw veg, we can get our dips, we can get our, you know, Parma ham wrapped in asparagus, red peppers, buffalo mozzarella, you know, pineapple. You can cut the vegetable, cut the fruit, use your cheeses, use all your fresh produce to make your own foods as well. Change your white flours to wholemeal flours.
Which will fill you up more.
Which would fill you up more. And the reason that we crave sugar is because our diets lack fat and protein. So if you increase your fat and protein, you're less likely to crave sugar. Yep, fact.
So eat more turkey then.
Eat more turkey.
Lean, it's lean, it's
and
good
the
for
other
you.
thing, alcohol is a sugar as well. And people think that they can forget about it because it's a liquid, so it doesn't count, but it's still a sugar. So my biggest tip for people going out and drinking is eat before you go out as well.
So you won't need as much,
yeah,
you won't have as much.
absolutely.
Okay, Hannah, you're going to stay with us.
Yep.
And also after the break, we're going to be joined by our resident fitness expert, Jane Wrafter, who's also going to be telling us, we're going to carry on talking about nutrition for a little while, but also about fitness and what you can do to stay fit and healthy over the festive period. So do join us after this.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to the show, and now I'm joined by our resident fitness expert, Jane Wrafter as well. Hello, Jane.
Hi, Chris.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So,
Good.
Christmas period, what do you do? Do you put on weight? Do you let yourself go, or are you sensible?
I am sensible, to be honest, overall, but I let my hair down, but not over a complete week or week and a half, right? So I think that's the thing. So just, yeah, if I'm going to a party, I'll have a few drinks, I'll have the nibbles, I'll partake of whatever's there. But if I know I'm doing that, for that day or the day before, I'll just make really wise choices with my food, what I eat and what I drink, and then the next day as well, make wise choices. And I think that's the thing, you know, you don't have to have an on or off switch that stays on or off for the whole of the festive season. You can sort of flick it on and off a little bit as well and keep your head in the right place, just with small strategies.
Yeah. So that's what people maybe should already be doing, and thinking about what's coming up, maybe not everything down in your diary, the engagements that you have, the parties, the family gatherings, and then in between, just take it easy, pull it back a bit. That's a really good idea.
I really think so, yeah. Because I think if you say to yourself, I'm going to be sensible and I'm not going to have any chocolate or any alcohol, that's very unlikely that you'll succeed with that. So if you go out and you do overindulge, you mustn't get up the next day and just think, oh, well, that's it now, you've lost the plot now, so I might as well do it again today. And people do that. I know it sounds silly, but I think people do that. So if you can just hold yourself back and keep that overall balance. And I think, you know, save your sins and your poisons for when you're with friends, when you're at social events. And if you're at home on your own and there's a load of mince pies in your kitchen, don't eat them. You know, save those times for when you're at social occasions, because that's what Christmas is really all about, isn't it? Having fun with friends and family. So save it for that, I think, is a good strategy.
Great advice. Now, Jane, we're going to be doing a workout, or you're going to be doing most of it. I'm going to try and join in with my heels.
That's what you
think. So after the next break.
Yeah.
But in terms of maybe things, because we do tend to kind of just lay in front of the TV, there's loads of nice films on. How can we sort of keep active then during this time?
Yeah, I think that's a good point, because ironically we end up doing less and eating more. And if you put that together as a formula, it equals fat gains and muscle density loss. So that's not what we want. So if you can keep active, again, I think if you set yourself some realistic targets, and I mean, it depends what you do now. I mean, if you go to a gym regularly, you might just drop your attendance, but keep going.
Right.
But if you know,
it's
if
not
you
just say I'm going to take a break.
No, I advise that you don't do that. And you know, if you're away from home and you can't do what you normally do, say you cycle to work or you walk to work, then just try and find ways of being active every day. And if you say to people, I'm going for a walk, does anybody want to come? You'll probably find that several people will be really glad to get rid of the cabin fever that everyone's feeling in the house and go out for a walk. And it is a lovely thing to do. Christmas Day, Boxing Day, go for a walk. Or if everyone wants to stay in, just have your trainers with you wherever you are and go for a power walk. And you know, Christmas can be stressful, if we're honest. It can be stressful as well, all the work that you have to do, you know, and everything that goes with it. And actually getting some exercise in, and I'll show you some nice de-stressing exercises. It can really help with that as well.
Okay.
Burn up those extra calories.
Definitely. Hannah, do you kind of keep up the exercise regime over Christmas?
Yeah, I do. I exercise a lot, but I think it's also important to not overly stress as well, you know, like doing the de-stressing stuff or maybe something a bit more relaxing, and because it is, you know, it's a time to be, you know, a bit more relaxed, and you know, we're all very stressed out living in London or living in the cities, and it's a good time to just sort of maybe take it easy with like the walking and the parasympathetic stuff, walking and doing the relaxing more than stressing out about having to go for a run or something like that.
Well, I'm going to read a few points that I thought were quite handy, that I liked, and I'll get your take on both of these. Now, these are ways, obviously, how to avoid putting weight on. Now, on the actual Christmas Day itself, it's saying here that you should have a healthy breakfast, because I think the mistake that most people make is they will just save it, I'm going to have a massive meal a bit later on, so let me just skip breakfast. But they're saying here that if you have a proper breakfast, a good breakfast, that will avoid you eating loads during the actual Christmas dinner and just overdoing it. What do you think of that point, ladies?
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, if you start the day with breakfast, then it's going to not muck up your blood sugar levels and your insulin response to food. I think what happens to a lot of people at Christmas is they just sort of graze on chocolates and champagne until dinner comes, and most of the things we graze on, as we've just seen, are full of sugar, right? So,
and you'll actually be hungry, so you'll be eating even more of that than you would normally because you are hungry. And if you drink champagne on an empty stomach, then you lose all your inhibitions anyway, and then you triple what you're eating in front of you, don't you?
Oh dear. It's not good, is it?
So breakfast, definitely.
I normally do have breakfast. My husband's gran makes this thing called pepper pot, which is basically like oxtail, and it's really nice actually.
Wow,
and
yummy.
we have it with this hard dough bread. It's lovely with butter. It's quite bad actually, but we have that for breakfast as soon as we get up. Rihanna's over there laughing. Do you know what that is? Yeah, she knows what it is. It's a West Indian thing. So anyway, we have that for breakfast, and then like we're quite full actually. I'm not even that full by the time it gets to Christmas dinner.
But most people have Christmas dinner, I don't know about you, but it's sort of normally like 3 o'clock, right? So kind of want to have eaten 2 or 3 times before you actually get to 3 or 4 o'clock.
Well, that's kind of the time I sometimes wake up, depending, because we stay up like really late.
There's a lot of research that shows that slimmer people eat breakfast in general. Larger people don't eat breakfast. So actually eating breakfast makes you slimmer because you don't overeat.
Which I have been doing, Jane, because Jane's been helping me lose. I've lost 9 pounds.
Jane's
helped so far.
Chrissy's done really well. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. You've been great. You've been really helping me. But that was something that you were really like always encouraging me to do, because you used to notice that I'd skip breakfast every now and then.
You did regularly, didn't you?
Now I have quite big breakfasts, and that really does stop me from sort of nibbling during the day and everything.
I'm glad you found that. That's great. And the research proves that. So eat breakfast, even if you don't feel like it, just have something small. It settles your blood sugars and your metabolic rate for the day.
Now they're also saying here to drink plenty of water on the day, because that obviously fills you up, keeps you hydrated.
Especially if you're drinking alcohol.
Get
the water as well.
And it's saying during during like Christmas and the festive period, keep moving around to burn up calories. So don't just sit on, we've kind of touched on this a bit, but also even just helping with the washing up or just helping clear the table, and just keep moving so you're not just stuck in that sofa like for ages.
Absolutely.
Which is not good, is it?
Yeah.
And also it's saying here that it's quite unrealistic for people, if you are actually on a diet now, you're trying to lose weight now, it's quite unrealistic of you to think that you will lose weight over the festive period. So it's saying here that you should at least try to maintain your weight. What do you think, ladies?
Yeah, I think funny enough, I would say that, I know Christmas isn't the right period to do this, but in my experience, my clients lose weight on a holiday. Because one of the things that they don't have going on is the stress of their life, the stress of work. They get to sleep more, they're not thinking about bills, they're not thinking about work or responsibilities, getting into town, getting into work, all those things. So they de-stress massively over Christmas.
Right.
And if you just eat sensibly and exercise sensibly, or even less, you can lose weight over that period because you're not stressed out on a daily basis. You're not waking your body up at 6 a.m. and going to bed at midnight and things like that. You're in a more relaxed environment, and that equals weight loss.
Oh, so you could even lose weight over the festive period. That's really good. And I just wanted to ask a question as well, because for people that say, I don't care, I'm listening to all of this, and you know what, I'm just going to enjoy myself, I won't do any exercise, I'm going to take a break from everything. But sometimes isn't that really bad on your body, like to keep putting on weight and then trying to lose it again? Does that put some kind of stress on your body in terms of fitness and nutrition?
Yeah, it's not healthy to yo-yo, is it? And you know, and what do they mean really by I want to enjoy myself? Because actually, if you go into 2014 7 pounds heavier, half a stone heavier, you're not happy. You won't be happy.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So you know, it's not true that it's going to make you happy to overeat and overindulge. Actually, in the long run. So if you can switch your mindset, I think that will really help. That's the secret, really, to success, is having the right mindset, having the right attitudes, and the balance, and not letting yourself swing one way or the other. As you said, that's not a healthy way for the mind or the body.
Yeah, because I know how sort of, I imagine starting the new year, maybe you already got all these resolutions, and why do you have to add again, start going to the gym, lose half a stone or lose a stone? So you don't need that extra. You can put that energy into something else.
And it's hard to pick yourself up, you know, if you've completely let yourself go, or you know, your mindset has switched to, well, I don't care, I'm just going to do whatever, because it's like a huge leap then to get back into the healthy choices and the gym or the power walking or whatever it is that you do. Whereas if you keep it ticking over, it doesn't feel like a big thing to go back to.
Well, the sugar just makes you depressed, doesn't it? You know, if all you're doing is eating sugar over Christmas. And that's why I think just saying, you know, pick your poison, pick one thing you're going to have every day or every other day or at a social occasion, then you're less likely to go into the new year feeling a bit depressed, down in the dumps with the blues, January blues.
And sometimes you think it's just the time of year, but actually it could be something to do with what you've been
depressed
eating.
Your immune system, it's, you know, everything's dropped down, your function in your body isn't as good as it was before. And remember, everything that goes into the gut is your second brain. So if your gut isn't happy, your head isn't happy, and you're going to feel depressed. Fix your gut, fix your brain.
Well, if you don't do it for anything else, at least do it for that, because that's great advice,
and don't
ladies.
forget, exercise gives you the endorphins, so that's another way that you will physically respond. If you don't exercise, and especially if you're used to it, you don't get endorphins, and you can actually feel quite depressed just from that alone.
Well, speaking about endorphins, after the break we're going to be doing a workout, aren't we?
Excellent.
Hannah, thank you so much for coming on again. Great advice as usual, and we'll see you again soon, hopefully.
Absolutely.
And I will be doing a challenge very soon at Hannah's place, won't I?
Absolutely.
Very, very soon, so we'll be broadcasting that very shortly. Jane, you're going to stay with us?
Yep.
And after the break, put your trainers on, because we are going to do a workout. Woo!
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Right, everybody, are you ready for our Christmas workout with Jane Wrafter? We're about to begin, aren't we, Jane? Yep. Okay, so Jane's going to show us some moves that we can do. So I'll come round here with you.
So you haven't got any idea what we're going to do. We haven't run through this. So
bearing in mind, I've got all this equipment attached to me. So
I have on my back as well, but we're going to be working face down. So what I wanted to do was a bit of all over work. So target the upper body and the core section, the abs and the back, because when you over Christmas and New Year, you spend a lot of time sitting on chairs and you can get backache. I don't know about you, but I can end up with backache, and lots of people get that. So I'm going to show you some moves that will really alleviate the back pain, strengthen the shoulders and get your abs working as well, and give you a nice stretch. And also it's a little flowing sequence of moves that's quite relaxing. And when you get into it, you can get in the zone and de-stress quite a bit as well. Okay. So shall I show you?
Yes, show me first.
I've got an easy version first and then a slightly harder version. Okay. So put yourself down onto the floor and sit back on your heels like this.
Did you hear that crack?
What was that?
That was my ankle. Okay.
Nothing broken?
No, nothing broken.
Okay, put your elbows on the floor, level 1. We'll do the easy version. Just walk yourself forward like that on your forearms, and then put your hands on the floor. So your elbows.
You're wondering what this lump is on my back? It's the camera equipment, okay? The radio equipment. I haven't got a funny growth on my back.
It's sticking up. And then just float your chest up like that. Now I'm just going to pop up and have a look. So hands are light on the floor at the moment, and you keep your chin down and your shoulders drawn down and your elbows in. Can you feel the muscles in your lower back working there? Okay. And then from there, push your hands a bit deeper into the floor and just come, not all the way up, just a little way up. Keep your shoulders down so that you don't bunch them up like that. That's lovely, Chrissy. And then you come back down.
That's a nice stretch, actually.
Yeah. And then come up into a plank like this. So a plank position, which we've done before, haven't we, works your tummy. So we're on the level 1 version first. So we just want to use the abdominals to lift a bit and then tuck the pelvis underneath. There, that's it now. I tucked Chrissy under, and that's going to engage the tummy muscles more. So again, we're on level 1 still. And we'll run through this. We'll run through it a bit quicker in a minute. And then lift your knees up and stick your bum in the air and just walk your feet towards you a little bit so that you can get
I'm really wearing the wrong clothes for this.
Nothing's going to rip, is it? No. I hope not. So what you want to get here, Chrissy, is your heels as close to the floor as you can get.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice stretch.
I know, it is, isn't it? Keep your hands there where they were. That's it. Now lift your bottom up. This is actually a yoga move. Okay. Shoulders down away from the ears. Let your head go down a little bit. Use your hands to push the floor forwards and press your heels towards the floor. That's it. This is a good one to do after a power walk or a run. Okay. And then just pop your toes back up, knees down and sit back. So what we'll do, just so you can see how it flows, we'll do all that a little bit quicker. Okay. And then I'll show you how to make it harder. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, hang on a minute. We'll just put my clothes back in order and then we'll try again, shall we? Okay. I have to get some proper exercise gear for these and do a quick change during the break.
I think that's a good idea. And then you've got no excuses.
I hope you're joining in at home, by the way.
Okay, so elbows down, walk forwards, hands on the floor, gently lift your chest, don't press too hard yet. Halfway up, so you're in a deeper back bend. That's it, and then come into a 3/4 plank, lift your tummy and do that little tuck. Keep your knees down for now, that's it. Toes under, lift your knees, lift your bum. Walk the feet in a little bit so that you can draw the heels towards the floor. Tilt your bum up and draw the belly in. That's it, draw the belly in towards the spine. That looks really nice. Okay, let's come back down onto the knees and sit back. So shall I show you how to make it a little bit harder?
Oh gosh, maybe not on TV.
You'll be all right.
You show, you demonstrate.
You don't have to do this harder version.
I'll watch this one.
You can do the easy one with me.
Okay. Just let me get away with it.
Honestly. See if you can do it. All right. See if you can. And if you don't want to do this one, you can do the easy one. So watch this. What I'm going to do, instead of walking on my arms, I'm just going to power press down like that. Do you see that? Okay. So you can lift. Did you do it? I wasn't watching. I wasn't watching.
All right, let me try that again.
Do it again. Arms forward. Yeah. Lift up. power press down. Use your arms.
Oh,
you feel that?
Yeah, I let myself. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Do that.
Back extension, gentle back extension, and then if you want to, you can come into a deeper back bend so your arms are straight. That feels nice on the back, doesn't it? You know,
I feel it in my tummy too.
Yeah, it's stretching your tummy. Okay, tuck your toes under and come into a full plank. You can do this, so you'll be fine.
I've been doing planks.
Yeah. Yep. See, full plank is harder. 3/4 plank is easier. I'm going to show you another move in a minute as well. Bring your feet in. We're back into this lovely power stretch position. Are you lifting your belly button up, Chris? Lift your belly button
I am
up.
now.
Good. Use your hands to push the floor forwards and press your heels into the floor. And then what we could do, we'll come back into plank for this one. And if you need to put your knees down, you can, but we're going to power press down to the floor. And then lift up and sit back. So we'll do the harder version a little bit quicker. I should have tied my hair back.
I know, me too. It's getting a bit warm in here, isn't it?
Quicker, harder version, quicker.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to power press forwards. Take a deep breath. Exhale, power press down. Looking good. Straight into your back extension and then into your back bend. Keep those shoulders down the back. Lovely. Into a plank. Lift the belly. We'll just hold that for a breath because this is a really good position for the tummy. And then walk your feet in a bit. Press the heels down. Lift the belly. It gets a bit easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Because your muscles allow you to go into the stretch a bit deeper. Okay, come back into plank. And then power press down. You can put your knees down first if you need to.
I didn't do it. I went straight down for a minute.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
That's really good. Sit back and have a rest. Can I add something?
You can, I'll watch you.
And then do it.
All right, okay, all right.
If I show you, will you do it second?
Okay, I will.
She's not getting away with it.
It's just really hot in here now.
See, we're not jumping, we're not doing anything cardio, but it's getting your blood flowing.
Are we burning calories?
Yeah, burning some calories. Yeah, definitely.
You've got nice and rosy as well, haven't you?
It's hard work. It is hard work, but it's good for you, and it's de-stressing as well, so you can get into the flow. So I'll show you the one with a little addition, and then you can join in. All right, so I'm going to go power press down. Take nice deep breaths all the way through. Exhale. Exhale into my back bend. Exhale into plank, and I'm making sure that I lift up here. And I'm just going to take a side plank. We've done this before, haven't we?
I don't think I've done this on the show.
Feet flat. You don't need to balance on your toes.
Okay.
And you push away from this shoulder underneath, so you make sure you don't collapse in the shoulder. And a straight line all the way down, okay?
I shall attempt it.
You could do this.
But it's a bit difficult with these clothes.
And then power press down and back. And you get a little rest here. You can just relax. Now this stretches out your lower back.
Okay.
Beautifully. Just this. So even that is good for your back. Okay, should we have a go?
Have we run out of time yet? We're trying to get away with it. All right, let's try. They're not telling me anything, so good. Okay, so let's go.
No excuses.
All right.
Let's go for it.
Okay, we've got 2 minutes, I said.
Oh, you can do this. Easy. Right, are you ready? Let's power press down. Show me your power press. Show me your power press down. That is really nice. And then a back extension. Hold. And then a back bend. You should feel like a swan there with a long neck.
I do.
Good. Into plank. Okay, now we're going to down dog. We'll do the side plank when we come back. That's it. And if you go for a run over Christmas, this is the best stretch to do. It stretches the calf muscles really well.
This is actually a nice stretch.
And the hamstrings. And it strengthens your shoulders as well. Okay, come back to your plank. And then we'll face this way together. Okay. Arm in the air. Let me have a look at you. That's it. We just want to draw that shoulder down. Want a straight line down there. That's a lovely position though. Pop that back heel down. Pop that back heel down. That's it. And you're using your tummy a lot there.
Yeah.
Change sides, Chris. The thing is, people think sit-ups are the best way to work the tummy, and it's not true.
Really?
Planks are.
Well, these kind.
They get the deeper abdominal muscles, yeah. You don't just get your superficial ones. Come back down. Plank. Power press down. Lift up and push back. There you go. Could you do another one?
Yeah, go on then.
Let's
one last one before we go.
And everyone watching will have it in their head then. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So power press down. Take a deep breath. Back extension. Into a back bend. It is addictive, this, you know. It is. Into a plank. And into a down dog, lift the belly. You see, your heels are on the floor now.
They weren't before, were they?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
that is a
improved.
very noticeable difference. Come back into plank, and we'll do a side plank. Can I just turn around and check you? Lovely. Just going to draw that shoulder down. Brilliant. Change sides. Looking good, Chris.
Oops.
Yeah, you've got your heels down, and you see something is holding your body up. Something is.
That's my strong tummy muscles.
It is. Back down into plank, and use those triceps, the back of the arm, to power press down, and sit back. Are you stuck now?
Okay, we need to finish now. That's good. That was really good fun. Thank you, Jane.
Nice,
so it's quite easy to do, and like you're saying, it does actually. You can see that you're actually working, even though you're not jumping up and down, which is great. You can have the whole family doing that, not straight after Christmas dinner, because you're supposed to take a break. A couple of hours after, or even before, you can do that.
Feel sick. But you know what I always say, this is the other thing that I meant to say before, it doesn't have to be an hour's worth of exercise. You could do like 5 repetitions of that, and you'll feel great. And if you did that every day...
It does actually feel really good.
It does,
really,
doesn't
really
it? You feel stretched, you feel powerful, and your back feels looser.
Yeah.
Really
nice. That was lovely. Thank you so much, Jane. That was great. I hope you guys have enjoyed it at home as well. And please do try it. Don't just sit there watching us. So we'll see you again next time. And please don't put weight on over Christmas, because you don't want to be losing it in the new year. Bye-bye for now.